Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. And a quick recap, we are a detective and we got a job to find out what happened when, I believe, a lady apparently may have set fire to a building, killing a couple of other people and family members, I believe. And we can actually get those people from here, which would be Sarah Hawkins, Charles Hawkins, and Simon Hawkins. There's a lot of flavor text here again, but we'll, get to the details as we go along. And she sent this painting to the person who gave us the job, and I believe her father, and it's apparently a clue to something, so cool. And with that, let's just leave the office and go. The Darkwater Port, Chapter 2. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Well, it sure seems like it. And let's go through some loading screens and all that good stuff. There we go. And again, just a bit more, if you will. Thank you. That was a long one. Interesting. Enter Madness, yes. Okay. What are we... Oh, it's a cutscene on the sea. But fair enough. I think. Are we already on that boat to Darkwater then? Is that the implication here? I sure hope so. Oh, Focus Home Interactive presents. Very well then. Which I believe they are also the publishers of the Sherlock Holmes games, right? I think. Maybe, at least in part. Game by Cyanide Studio. I actually don't know what other things, like, from the top of my head, I can't think of any other games by Cyanide Studios. I don't know if they're an old studio or a new one or whatever, but so far, I do enjoy the aesthetics of it.
Almost there.
Good for us. I enjoy the aesthetics of this, and I maybe didn't bring forth clearly enough that I'm a really big fan of the Cthulhu mythos and Lovecraft and all that stuff. I don't read super much, but I do read Lovecraft. Like, I've read so much of those short stories that I'm actually not sure, is it like 90% of all of them or 80 or whatever, but a lot of them. And everyone involving Cthulhu. And actually, in my previous workplaces, I have sometimes written down into like...
There's guys coming to unload.
Oh, good. Hold that thought. Right.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
A cold wind.
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
What would the case mean? So, like, incident,
A sad
maybe?
story that we would all prefer to forget.
I'm
Charles
sure.
Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy.
Right.
You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's
Okay.
the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Interesting how they forced you to look into the buildings that they mentioned. It's both kind of weird, but I suppose it also is kind of useful in a way. But interesting. Uh, but yeah, in previous workplaces, I have written into the sort of the boards you can write on in the walls with a marker. I've just written the deep speech from the short stories like Cthulhu, Fathagan, and such and such, and it's like, and the colleagues have been like, what? What the hell? It's so much fun. I promise it's fun. Hi, do you talk? No? Do you... Are the fish biting? Oh, sure. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. That's a dead orca again. I've seen one of those in my dreams.
Please move back. Let the police do their work.
Oh, I can actually...
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
Great.
Can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea.
Well, it's a mammal.
Badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Right.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
Cool. Medicine check.
Blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters.
Right.
What creature could possibly have done this?
That's no way to treat an omen. Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
A massive shark?
You're not sailors.
I don't... Or,
Something real bad.
Oh,
Don't put
crabs.
your back in the water,
Ha.
you shysters, you're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
The
Well.
same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Let's talk.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
Interesting.
There's something coming. Something real
Something bad there. Also, these look like whale bones, just saying, so...
You shysters, you're crazy.
Right, but I mean, in terms of biology, I think putting them in the water is just fine, because the water is very capable of you know, collecting all the possible nutrients from a carcass. That's how it goes, you know, the tiny beings of the ocean floor.
You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly.
Oh,
Hear that?
hello?
Nothing for you here
Threats
either.
don't scare me.
Beat it.
What did he call us
Oh.
just now?
Well, that's rude. I just wanted to find out about something. Oh.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Oh, is prohibition a thing in these times still? Oh, yeah. That's sure. That's actually checks out. I didn't think of that, but okay. Do you talk? Not many people do. Also, this dude looks a lot like the dude who told me to piss off in the alleyway there, just saying, but you know, details. Open door. Well then. World of Tankard. Yes. Are your eyes or ears supposed to be that red, or is it just...
Hey, be careful.
Are you sure you want to just, start fights with, the locals? Like, you are alone. I get that you're
Let's
a
get him another drink. He's dry.
war veteran, but...
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Right. The guy didn't show respect. Wasn't me who went looking for it.
You
Test.
saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I'm sure. Well, I'm looking for Warehouse 36.
You know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Doesn't help.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Is it a rave house?
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Where is... Very helpful, these fellows. Like, where is this warehouse? Well, don't go there. There's rumors. Well, right, but just, just in case I wanna, where's the warehouse?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
It's the lady with
She'd
the...
know it anyway.
Yeah.
Anything else?
The lady with the cigarette thing. It just... Come now, it has to be her. And yeah, and he said she, so... That's my guess. She was so prominent in the room, like, okay, like, she's like a figure of some sort of, significance or power or something. Find out a... Oh, okay.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy.
No, I'm sure.
The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Are there no longer whales? I mean, it's the 20s. I think there's still whales. There's still whales these days,
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
You don't gotta.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Okay.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that.
Why would
We saw
that
them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Well, do I find out about Sarah? Wait.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on... And
Right, it's the same stuff. Yeah, yeah.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Okay, so return and find out about Darkwater all around. No, 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 that's it. Yeah. So drink.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
But you do seem to have time to give me. But fair point that I like if I go to a bar, like even if someone spits sort of in front of me, I just if you're new at the bar, you may not want to, just start stuff. That rarely
That'll
goes
be all for
well.
now.
Well, character point earned. Good. I didn't know that's how I got character points, but sure thing. What's with you?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering.
Yeah, you
Will
look.
follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Yeah, you look like voices. Algern and Drake. Is there a more occult name in the entirety of existence? Liber Eob or 10b. Prologue. Can't make out the rest. Liber Liber doesn't immediately say anything to me in terms of like classic literature or something. But then again, classic literature is not my strong suit. I know a thing or two, but not too much.
Do you like our song?
Sure.
We're true sirens.
Oh, sure.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
And why are you no longer doing that? Well,
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course. They all disappeared.
there's one on the
You
shore.
exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
Right. I'm not sure if... Then again, it's perfectly possible the whales had a really bad population time in the 20s. I don't know. Like, it does make sense that at some point whales got more scarce and whaling got less, popular because of it. That did happen. But like in the 20s, was it then? I'm not sure. But let's
I've
just
never heard
go
this
with
song
it.
before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
It's the legend, though.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Cool. That reminds me of one horror thing that I, don't want to go into too much detail, but I'm wondering if there are foreshadowings that maybe the miraculous catch was something else, and then maybe eating it infected or cursed the place a little bit. It's a perfectly like a wild stab in the dark, but that's just keep in mind. It's
I bid you farewell, John.
it sounds
Good
like
night,
foreshadowing.
stranger.
So
Thanks.
long.
Right, but let's see here.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Right, but and before I get there, when I said, a local legend, in my understanding of English, legend does not necessarily mean not true. Like, something is legendary, something is, even if it is a legend, I think it's still like it might not, it to me doesn't necessarily mean not true. It's just, not sure, or an old great story of something that maybe did happen. Shanti, 21st of May 1847, miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board, of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales. The cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent, special event. Right. Interesting. I do wonder about the catch though, but it could be just a red herring because fishermen. Haha, red herring. Yes. Okay. So before I talk to Fitzroy, what about you?
What you looking at, stranger?
Your face and your cigarette. She can certainly put them away. Is that like an old-timey, like, no, like a remark on her looks, or what's a woman like you doing in a place like this? Oh boy. Okay, if she can certainly put them away is somehow an offensive thing today to say. I didn't know that, so
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you
put
the
them
right to judge
right.
me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
You're not drinking though, you're smoking, but right. But she's not in the talking mood, though. That's fine then. But okay, so the point was put the drinks away like a champ. Right. I was like, wait, what? I was confused because she wasn't drinking while at any point when I was looking. I was like, what? Sure. Okay. So we good? Locked. Damn. Uh. So Fitzroy in wherever it was. Let's go do that then. Can I take lantern? No. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Whew. Okay. Now, what about? I saw the hotspot to use the door. I just want to check all the, dark corners of the earth. Uh, just to see that I don't miss stuff. Okay. Before I talk to you, let's just open the drawer and.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
Yeah. Fitzroy, I'll just, check your, all your cupboards and lockers and all that while you're, staring at me while I'm doing it. Is that fine? All good. Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make sure your payment to the carrier. Just make your payment to the carrier, Cat. And Cat was the lady in the bar, has to be. She looks like a crime boss, in a weird way.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
And now you say that because the bell is broken. That's your one clue. Okay, that's the detective in you talking then. Does that open? Ooh, it does. Oh, that's well, that's a luxury I feel in this day and
Fishing
age.
equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Well, it's in a bag. You can. Ah, well, you can see a bit of the
A
hooks.
souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Really? 70? Okay, that's like essentially the blackboard is older than you. You're not 70 years. You're 60 something at most, I feel.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Cool beans. Upstairs is whatever. Can I use ladder? No. Do I... Oh! Another learning of medicine. The second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. Oh, good. Do I get more of the... Yes, like it's like 2% per book. I don't know, like, do I need to reach 100 to get a point, or how does that work? But you know, I'll take what I can get. That's fine. Cool looking seashells. And a foghorn in the distance
This
there.
man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Uh-huh. Nothing here. Nothing too special about the flags. Something... Or... No.
What a macabre souvenir.
Macabre.
What a macabre souvenir.
Isn't it macabre, not macabre?
What a macabre souvenir.
Macabre, but not macabre. Anyway, but I'm actually struck. Oh, it's the peg leg. Right. From the photo. Right. I was like, wait, what's that? Okay, now I know. So, Fitzroy, what about the peg leg and all that good stuff? I can... After I've talked to you, I think I've probably at that point exhausted my time on this episode, but...
I brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you.
Oh.
But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Deck? But...
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Right. Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Interesting. So... Why do I need to go to the deck? Why can't we just have a talk here?
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor.
Sure.
The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
Right.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Well... Your documents are unreadable.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Okay. I thought that fishing stopped in 1847.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
You say end of the last century, but it was 1847. How does that make any...
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Finally someone has to...
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
I think. Unlocked as... And yeah, the game has these unlocked answers because I've been either talking to the people or read newspaper articles or whatever. That's actually a cool thing. I like
It
it.
belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
Oh, a lot of unlocked answers about the place. So let's start with the killer whale.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Right. The wounds are unnatural.
I examined its wounds. I know of no creature able to cause them.
And I took you for a detective.
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come, come. You've only just arrived on Darkwater, and already you think like a sailor.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
The last one is a fair point. I don't know how killer whales operate in their bodily decomposition, but at least massive whales have the issue that they can explode, in that their body just accumulates enough gases that they just eventually creates such a large amount of pressure that it can create like a dangerous an outburst of that pressure, and all the insides just go everywhere, and that's not fun, and it can even be dangerous. So don't know if killer whales have that same problem, but at least, like, you know, big whales have that. So there is that problem.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor.
I already did.
It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Already did.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Well, I saw it, yeah. So who's Cat?
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
That
With
is
any
blackmail.
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Right. Well, that's a...
I shall be on my way.
I think that's all.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Sure thing. I gained a CP again. Yay, awesome. Actually, can I, let's see here. Next level is 6, 4, 6, 4, 4. Okay. I may want to... Yeah, I'm not sure what, like, which skill I want to invest in, but all out of time for this episode, but I do hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, please do drop a like or a comment, or even subscribe or share if you want to. It would really, really help, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.